Alley-oop! How about it? No one falls down! No way! Massive block there. Huge block. Oh, that's McGee! Tatina! Big play from Tatina just then. Samir! Pulls up and away! Look at him! How about that? Wow.
I'll have a strong, smooth, creamy latte.
Be your own barista at Coles Express. With award-winning Coles Urban coffee culture from just $1. Express yourself at Coles Express.
Introducing the new Hyundai Kona, the ultimate expression of innovation. It takes the guesswork out of driving, boasts stunning features designed to stand out, and puts a world of technology within reach. In other words, it's seriously fun.
NBL 1 and Ballarat Basketball wish to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which this match will be played, the Dja Dja Wurrung and Wadda Wurrung people. We acknowledge their elders, past, present and emerging. Welcome back to Ballarat's Selkirk Stadium for the second half of our NBL 1 South doubleheader between the Ballarat Miners and the Hobart Chargers. My name's Jared Prosser. I'm not with Kyle Evans tonight. He's on assignment doing his ABC journalism gig. And I had Mark Farrell with me for the women's game, which ran earlier. Ballarat running out quite comfortable 87-63 winners. We've decided to dispense with Mark. We've moved him to the bench. He did all right, but I think we can do better. Brought in a long-time Ballarat basketball. Oh, he's a well-known man in these parts. Simon Walsh, welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me, JP.
So we've got a really what promises to be a brilliant matchup here. The Miners on a real hot streak of late, sitting second on the table, and Hobart are not quite right up there, but in that upper mid-table area. But two very, very distinct styles we've got on show here. Ballarat, a lot of athleticism, a lot of speed. They love to shoot the three. Whereas you look at Hobart, and they've got some really good three-point shooters. I mean, you look at guys like AJ Harris and Jalen Howard, Jack Stanwicks, who I've been a fan of for quite a while, the lefty. But their strength is inside with a giant of a man in Harry Froling and the German Ollie Ungerstein.
Yeah, well, that Froling name is synonymous with Australian basketball. So, Harry is a definite big unit, and he'll be a definite focus for the Hobart Chargers.
So between him and Ungerstein, there's just a couple of really, really big, tough inside players there where Hobart, perhaps looking at this Ballarat side, and this Ballarat side really gets it done on defence, sitting second in NBL 1 in points allowed, whilst also being fourth in scoring as well. They do tend to get it done at both ends, but the one area that Ballarat are perhaps a little short in is, ironically enough, in height. They've got some big guys, but outside of Dengak at 6'9", there's no real genuine centre on the list, a genuine shot-blocking presence, and it might be something that that Hobart coach Anthony Stewart might look to capitalise on.
Yeah, you would think so. They've definitely got the advantage inside, and with Ballarat's outside presence being their dominant area, it is going to be the battle of the inside and the outside.
So we're a little bit under a minute from play kicking off here. Ballarat look like they'll be going with their regular starting lineup of... Actually, they've changed it up a little bit. David Crisp, who's coming off a hamstring injury, won't be starting. Cohen Sapple will start in the backcourt, and he'll have Nick Pizoglu, JD Miller and Preston Bungay alongside him, with Big Dengak in the middle. For Hobart, we can see there, starting five out in the court. Froling and Angerstein out there, as I mentioned, along with Jalen Howard and his magnificent head of hair. The diminutive but super quick AJ Harris, and NBL 1 star and son of a gun, Wayne McDaniel, in Sam McDaniel. Yeah,
Sam McDaniel's also been on that fringe of the NBL, so he's trying to use this season to capitalise on where he wants to catapult himself. So I'm interested to see what he's got to bring tonight.
He's only played the one game for Hobart so far this season, but solid game, 13-6 in that one appearance. So we are about to tip off here. Not sure what the delay is. Here we go. Ungerstein gets the tip. Hobart get us underway. Here's Froling on the ball. Drive straight at Gak. Much bigger, broader body, Froling. Howard can't hit that opening three. Dengak cleans up.
Good board to start.
Yeah, he's got a big job in his hands tonight, Dengak. Here's Miller. Sharpshooter, 6 of 7 from 3 against Geelong a couple of weeks ago. Oh, the alley-oop for Bungay. Stepped out of bounds, but the foul will be called on Hobart's little point guard, AJ Harris.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was there, but got the foul.
Yeah, I think it might have been one of those ones, if Bungay didn't step out of bounds, they might have let it go. Here is Miller. So, Fazoglu now. Sapple pulls up at the elbow. Not afraid to shoot, Cohen Sapple. You will not die wondering. He's short on that one. Here's McDaniel. Angerstein. Hobart getting the ball through hands. 8 on the shot clock. Good trap for Zoglu. Froling, he can hit that shot and does. First points on the board. Hobart up 3-0, just over a minute played here at Selkirk Stadium.
We thought they were going to be dominant inside, and here's the big fella hitting outside.
Here's Bungay. Oh, good hands. Who was that? That was Jalen Howard with the sharp hands. Oh, that's a crunching screen from Froling. That was Robert Sibley-esque. Froling no good on that one, but the ball falls to Howard. Bungay does enough to put him off. Sapple the other way. Goes straight at McDaniel. Lays it in.
Good finish.
Good touch. Ballarat on the board. Trail 2-3. Early stages, quarter number 1 here for NBL 1 South. Here is Howard. That is wonderful hair.
It's big.
I'm a little bit jealous. As McDaniel rises and sinks the shot over Bungay. Here's Miller. This will be a key matchup, Froling on Miller. Gack tries to attack.
Oh,
a little shuffle of the feet there. Wanted to attack the little smaller player in Harris. Not a bad idea, but Harris stayed stout, stayed strong.
Pazoglu's been doing a great job so far this season in running that offense for the Miners, leading them in assists.
Yeah, it's allowed David Chris to play, and the emergence of Will Hines, who we'll see at certain points tonight as well, has allowed David Chris, who is an excellent shooter, to play away from the ball a little bit for Ballarat.
Yeah, more of that two-guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harris, oh, that's gorgeous. Great touch off the window, AJ Harris. And Hobart, early leaders here, 7-2. 2.5 played in quarter number 1. And Sapple, good defense, McDaniel. Oh, excellent defense there, McDaniel.
Shut that down.
If that's the two-guard matchup, it's going to be a tough one for Sapple. McDaniel, bigger, stronger, more athletic. And it's not like Sapple's a bad athlete either. Here we go. Froley's clearly read the scouting report on Miller. Don't let him shoot. And that's why.
Wowzers.
Little one-step fadeaway, deep 2. Absolute gun jump shot. J.D. Miller. Here's Angerstein. Monster inside. Shooting over 70% from the field. Ollie Angerstein this season.
Harry from outside again.
Oh, Deng bought the fake. Good defense from Bungay. Graceful Bungay strides away. Here's Bazoglu. Can't finish it. Gack can't finish either. Oh, great hands for Zoglu. Finds Sapple. Gack, easiest dunk Deng Gack will ever get.
Easiest points of the night right there.
Ballarat cut the lead to 1. 6 points to 7. 6:30 to play in the opening quarter. McDaniel's sharp step back. Great move.
Great pull up.
Takes a lot to get Nick Bazoglu off balance. That was a wonderful move. Here's Bungay. Hangs in the air. Drops in the 2.
Point for point here now.
Yeah, Ballarat have found their stride now. We've got to. This is the sort of game we're expecting. Harris, we've got good dish.
Oh,
well done,
good
Bazoglu.
poke. Good poke.
Sapple, Miller, Gack down low on
Let's
Froley.
see what he can do here.
Nice hands, Harry Froley. Bungay hits the deck. That will be on the big German, Ollie Angerstein.
Gack's best chance against Froling is getting those deep catches.
Yeah, he's certainly not going to be able to back him down. Froling's a huge unit. And Gack, for all of his agility and leaping ability and speed as a centre, he just does not have the bulk to push Harry Froling around. Bazoglu, that's a really well drawn up play. Sapple along with the 3. Bazoglu tapped it.
Bairstow read that.
Straight to Jared Bairstow's checked in. Miller collects the long rebound off Frolling's miss.
We're impartial, aren't we, JP?
We have to be.
Yeah.
It's our job.
Yeah, good. Copy.
Here is Gack. Miller can shoot over the smaller Harris if he wishes. He does so. It's an interesting jump shot, JD Miller. He's just incredibly accurate, but he almost never seems to be balanced when he shoots. It's remarkable. Oh, they've given the continuation there. It's a long continuation. Cohen Sapple, he's got the foul against him. He wanted the push off against McDaniel. That certainly wasn't there, but the continuation did seem a rather long one, Simon.
It was a decent stride, pick-up, stride, bit going on.
Yeah, could have made a cuppa from the time the whistle blew to when the shot went up.
Sometimes they fall in your favour. Substitution for Ballarat.
Yep, David Crisp into the game. First game back since a hamstring strain for the American point guard.
Has he had a bit of time off?
Yeah, spent, I think, about 4 weeks off with that point guard. Played for Washington in the NCAA alongside Markel Fultz and Matisse Thibault.
Yeah, wow.
There he is
nice
now.
finish.
Good start for Crisp.
Hamstring is ready.
Jack Stanwick's on the floor, 15 for the Chargers. Keep an eye on him. Very, very good shooter. Here he is now. Can't hit that one. Miller cleans up. Sapple running a little bit of point. Pizzoglu, he's got... Looks like Ballarat are really wanting to take advantage of AJ Harris down low. Good player, Harris, but he's only about 5'9". He's Chris.
Undersized. Oh, great start.
Yep, and Chris already looking to the crowd. He's a man who feeds off the energy that the Selkirk Stadium crowd provide.
Give me some love, he says.
Here's Stanwicks. Surprised he hasn't picked up somewhere in the NBL, even just as a development player. He's still only 20, 21 maybe.
Oh.
Well,
He did well to get out of the way of that.
Yeah. Here's Point Gack. Almost turns it over.
He wants some help.
Does turn it over. That's why Dan Gack doesn't run the point, ladies and gentlemen. Crisp digs in on Stanwicks, gives away the foul. Yeah, going back to Jack Stanwick, Simon, he's a player I've been a fan of for probably since he was about 17, 18 when he debuted at this level. Instantly I looked at this guy and thought, there's a good player in there. He's got decent size. He's about 6'4". Really good shooter, lefty release.
Love a lefty.
Spoken like a true lefty. No, he's a very good player. There's a lot of players I see who are development at NBL level. And I think Stanwicks is better than them.
Yeah.
Now, I won't name names, but there's certainly 3 or 4 that I've looked at and thought, I don't know how Jack Stanwicks doesn't pick up a development deal. He's a really good young basketballer. There's Gack.
Beautiful.
Great feed, Pizzoglu.
Point guarding.
Such a versatile player. Started the season playing as a power forward. And with Crisp out running the point, as you mentioned. Here's McDaniel. Hobart focusing a lot of their offense through him early. And Pizzoglu gives away the cheap foul. He had good position, just couldn't resist putting his hand in the cookie jar there.
Yeah, he's always been known as the man with the springs and loving getting up for a dunk, but he's definitely rounded out his game and a bit more of that all-round player now.
Sam McDaniel, who's mentioned earlier, his dad Wayne, one of the all-time greats of the NBL. Four-time All-Star, would have played a lot more if the All-Star game was around through his prime. 26, 27 points per game average through his career at NBL level. Wayne McDaniel, and one of the most awkward releases on a jump shot you'll ever see. Here's the son of a gun, Sam.
That's not a bad looking jump shot right there.
Much more conventional than his dad's, put it that way. Here's Will Hines, mentioned him before, 19-year-old point guard for Ballarat. Put on a fair bit of muscle this season. He was a bit of a pipe cleaner last year, and he's benefiting from it.
I've heard he spent a fair bit of time in the gym.
Oh, it's clear when you look at him. He's able to take contact a lot more. He's getting a lot more minutes and doing a lot more with them.
Great pass.
Ooh, there's a travel there, but Gack wants the contact. There was certainly contact, but Jared Bairstow was straight up and down, got in his position early. So a little over 2.5 minutes to play here at Selkirk Stadium in Ballarat. And the Miners leading Hobart Chargers 15 to 14. Good game so far, tight game, defensive game so far.
Yeah, it hasn't been the free-flowing scoring that we had anticipated, that's for sure. Great take there from Will.
Yeah, good drive from Hines after Gack got the steal. Daniel got the clean block, but foul underneath on AJ Harris. That's his second. He'll head to the bench. The big German, Ollie Angerstein, checks back in.
You said big German, not Zamos Brooks.
Yeah, good German name, Brooks.
Yeah.
Ballarat Reserve Centre, who he's checked in as well, standing next to Angerstein. Dan Gack taking a break. He's given Ballarat good minutes this season, Brooks. He would have expected to be the fifth big in this team, but pressed into service early when Ballarat's original import choice, Shaq Morris, wasn't vaccinated and couldn't play.
Who would have thought you needed to be vaccinated?
Yeah, that's why I'm sure you've got agents to tell you these things. I would have thought.
Think so, yes.
There's Miller, floats in the air, short on the jumper.
No rebounders there for the Miners.
No, it had to go in. Angerstein cleans up. Daniel straight to the hoop. Good D. Hines stayed straight up and down, and Bungay cleans up. He's got good speed in the open court, Preston Bungay. There's that floater. He loves that shot. Gorgeous floater game, Preston Bungay.
3-point lead now for the Miners.
Minute 35 to play, 17-14. Stanwick's a little bit of a hold there. As he cut through, that foul will go on Crisp, his second foul. As Ballarat coach Luke Sunderland getting deeper into his bench. Zach Dunmore comes in for Crisp, and Miller takes a seat for club captain Jordan Lingard, wearing the number 24 singlet.
Something Ballarat definitely have is that deep roster.
Yeah, the start of the season before Dengak, before JD Miller came out, Ballarat really did look thin, but they've certainly rounded out the roster well. So Jacob Richards there earns the foul out of the smaller Hines.
Only one starter on the floor for Ballarat now.
That foul tips Ballarat over the edge and into the bonus. Jacob Richards, all 6'7" of him. Australian under-19 representative. Can't hit the second. Hines will get Ballarat into a set here. They've got a 2-point lead. Does like that three at the top, but he's well guarded. Dunmore wants someone to come to him.
Not much ball movement here.
No. Not a lot of movement off the ball either. It was a very static set there from the Miners. Frankly, bailed out a bit from the whistle there. The call on Harry Froling, his first foul.
Yeah, they did look a little bit lost.
Let's see whether the Miners can run something a little more fluent now. Hines, gorgeous pass to Brooks.
Beautiful.
That's a tasty dish.
That one's been run a few times at training, that one for sure.
Daniel, good D, Bungay. And Bungay tried to tap it to himself, couldn't keep it in. It'll be a good matchup with Bungay guards McDaniel. Good, has similar types of athletes. Bungay a little bit more height, not quite as much
bit
bulk.
more length.
Yeah. You see them guarding each other now. Yeah, Bungay, clear foul, just grabbed Froling as he rolled to the hoop.
Not sure there was many other options.
No, for all that Amos Brooks can do, he's not necessarily a shot blocker at the rim, so
no.
Would have been a sure two to Froling.
Make him earn it.
Yep, old school defense, no layups. Drops the first. Frolling, he's up to 4 points. Stays at 4 points. Well done, Angerstein. Brooks needed to get the hands up there. He's so strong, Angerstein. That's a miss. That'll be a rare one. 72% from the floor so far this season. Hines tries to draw the foul of Stanwicks. Can't hit the three. So that's going to be a foul on Angerstein, I think. It is. Little push against Amos Brooks.
I think Amos just jumped forward there and...
yeah, there wasn't a lot in that one, I don't think, Simon.
He's done well there.
Yeah, and Angerstein, he's... Yeah. Hands up at the referee, wondering what's going on. That's his second foul, and he'll be replaced by Jordan Hargrave.
Don't want to get that third cheeky one late. Amos misses the first.
40-minute games in NBL 1, 5-foul cap. It's already a little bit of foul trouble for both teams. Crisp's got a pair for Ballarat, both Frolling and AJ Harris. Sorry, not Frolling, Angerstein and AJ Harris, my apologies. With 2 fouls for Hobart.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
So last few seconds here, 5 seconds to go in the first quarter.
They
read that. He's got to shoot. Hines, does he get it off? Is it counted? It is.
It is.
Just in time. Must have been
Great
microseconds
finish.
in it.
The steal and the finish.
Yeah, well read by Boongay, and that pushes the Ballarat lead out to 22-16. The Miners leading the Chargers at the end of quarter number 1 here in Ballarat. Before we have a look at the stats, a reminder that this is the NBL's mental health round. You'll see all the players wearing the orange Lifeline socks. You can donate to Lifeline by texting NBL1. So remember, any donations above $2 are tax deductible. We're getting that time of the year. You text NBL1 to 04888 22250 for any information on Lifeline, resources, fact sheets and so forth. Go to www.lifeline.org.au. We have a look at some of these stats so far. At 22-16, fairly, you mentioned it off air, Simon, that JD Miller, Ballarat's leading scorer, is the only Miner inside the top 30 for scorers in NBL 1 South. And we've seen that already, that Ballarat's got 7 players on the board. None with more than 5 in David Crisp, who hit 2 buckets in quick succession. So Ballarat are pretty much typically spreading that scoring load, making it hard to focus in on a particular option.
Yeah, it makes it really hard to guard. Makes it really hard to guard for the other teams to have that even spread all the way along and not knowing where the next bucket's coming from.
Not knowing where to put your defensive aces as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Every team has those 1 or 2 defensive aces up their sleeves that they like to go and throw at, those 1, 2, 3, 4 players on any team. It definitely makes it hard to guard for that Ballarat squad, that's for sure.
And by contrast, Hobart have directed a lot of their offense through Sam McDaniel, and he's got 9 points so far, 3 of 8 shooting. But they do have 3 guys. You look at AJ Harris, look at Angerstein, you look at Frolling. Between them, they average about 50 points a game as a trio, and so far Frolling's got 4 points, Harris has got 2, Angerstein yet to score. There's a lot more to come from those 3, which, if you're, as a positive for a Ballarat Miners fan, you go, well, they've cut out their top 3 scorers. The negative is the eruption will come.
Yeah.
So we see Bazoglu finish with the left. Explosive drive from Nick Bazoglu.
Yeah, you'd like to think Hobart will get that bit more inside present as the game goes on. They've got the players there to be dominant in that space. So as they settle into it, it'll be interesting to see how that transpires.
Here's Howard, pulls up at the nail. It's short. Miller knocks it off the rim. Only as far as Bairstow. Here's Harris. Got Sapple in the air. Swallowed up inside AJ Harris, and the shot clock expires. Great defense from Ballarat.
Team block there, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wouldn't want to be a statistician figuring out who to attribute that one to.
Yeah, I think there was 3 or 4 hands on that one.
A lot of people claiming it. Good work from Ballarat to open the quarter, both on offense and defense. A shot at the cup and then a shot clock violation. Here's Bazoglu, same play ran in a different direction there. Sapple glides, finds Gack. Oh, too hot to handle.
I don't think Gack was ready for that.
No, he wasn't. And Harris, super fast. Hargrave didn't have a shot on. Froling bullocks his way to the basket past Gack.
We might see some more of that.
Yeah, we talked about power. He did it with speed then. Bazoglu, oh, yeah, there was contact then as Bazoglu takes out half of Celebrity Row.
I think he was ready to take the can then, not the hand.
With his coach watching, he may not want to do that. Post-game, maybe.
Yeah, post-game.
Leaves the NBL 1 and Coles Corflute signs in his wake as well.
Daniel back in after a short rest to start that quarter.
Yeah, very short shift there for Jalen Howard. Zoglu long with the first. 6-point lead to the Ballarat Miners over the Hobart Chargers. It's the back end. And here's Harris. A little bit of token pressure from Cohen Sapple. He's throwing steps into the three. It's a well drawn up play, that. Here's Bazoglu again. Pressed into point guard duties as David Crisp continues his comeback from a hamstring injury. Bazoglu just too quick for Froling. Misses the layup though. He'll want that one back, Bazoglu.
He will. Should have finished.
Yep. McDaniel ends up getting the call there. Not sure who that one's on.
I think there was about 7 pivots in that bucket.
Did well not to travel, quite frankly. So that foul is on Bazoglu. That's a second on Nick Bazoglu.
That will be of some concern.
Yeah, I mean, offensively, David Crisp can come in and play a little bit more minutes, as can Hines. But defensively, Bazoglu, he's probably the linchpin. He's so versatile. It's not just that he's a good, he's strong, 6'5", explosive, but he's able to guard 2 or 3 inches bigger than his size, as well as guarding little blokes.
I could guard 1 through 5.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want him on the 5 permanently, but...
Yeah, in a pinch.
Yeah,
he could take Froling in a pinch.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Hines and Bungay back in. As we see Bazoglu take a seat. Here is JD Miller. A little bit of confusion on that play. It comes off though. Hines finds Gack. Does he get the roll? No, he doesn't. Well done, Miller. Free throw line jumper for Gack. That one goes. Credit to Jalen Miller for keeping that one alive. 7-point game. 27-20 Ballarat lead. Hobart Chargers. A little push from McDaniels there. Not called. Here's, sweet shot. AJ Harris from the corner. All right, looking to get something going. Miller's at the top at the moment, isolated on Bairstow. That's a tough shot.
That is a tough shot.
JD Miller. Bairstow did nothing wrong there, Simon.
No, not much more you can do there.
No, that's just great shot making. Hargrave looking for contact that wasn't coming, frankly.
Yeah, he wasn't ready for the catch.
No, braced himself for a hit and really should have concentrated on putting the ball in the bucket.
It was an easy one.
McDaniel. There's Bairstow over the top of Miller. That one's short. Dengak cleans up.
Miller was close to getting a finger on that one.
Wingate pulls up. Here's Sapple. Straight at Harry Froling. Kisses it off the glass.
That was pretty.
Yeah, lovely shot, Cohen Sapple. Great footwork. 8-point game. This Selkirk Stadium goes back to the 90s as Rhythm as a dancer plays. Oh, Bowen.
Bairstow.
Floats the hook shot up.
Loves that little jump hook.
Yeah.
Thought about it.
A little theatrical with that.
I think everyone thought that was going up.
Ooh, okay. I certainly don't think there was a foul, but I thought he might have got that pass off before he stumbled.
Someone was in a better position than you and I.
Yeah. Wasn't the prettiest play in any sense.
No. Definitely noticed Pizzoglu on the bench, that general that the Miners do have.
Yeah, Hines on the court, really, really good young emerging point guard. He will be a starting point guard at this level before it's all said and done, but he is 19.
Yeah.
There's some stuff that you just can't expect him to come in and click a finger and be able to do. He's Stanwicks, finds Froling. Daniels. Sapple does well to stay with him. There's Stanwicks. That one's long, hits the support. Ballarat basketball.
Violation.
5:56 to play in the first half. Oh, Bungay wide open in the corner. Great closeout, McDaniel. That was a brilliant closeout from Sam McDaniel. Came from nowhere.
No one there for the board, though.
No.
It's another slow start to this quarter, similar to the first.
Yeah, very defensive game. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Harris has Bungay dancing. We don't say that often. And Froling just bullets his way through Dengak. Coughs it up with a travel.
Harry's not happy about it.
No, he's not. Another whistle, not sure what that was for. Might have been a warning. Froling still arguing his case. To no avail. Here is Gak Bungay. Oh, McDaniel.
The sweeping block from behind.
That was almost delicate, that block. Great athleticism, Sam McDaniel. Sapple thought he had him. AJ Harris clearly likes what he sees in Will Hines. He's going at him at every opportunity. No success so far. McDaniel, that's a great shot. Great shot.
Leading all scorers, McDaniel.
Here's Gak. Elbow J is long. Hines climbs over the top of Harris. To no avail. McDaniel with the rebound. Colin Sapple facing him. Here's Stanwicks off the curl cut. Hines, very good defender, Will Hines. Ties up Harris. He's an outstanding on-ball defender, Will Hines. Now, I mentioned 19. He's not necessarily going to come in and dictate an offense, but already defensively, he's very, very good and will only get better.
They're seeing him as a weak link, and he's definitely holding his own.
Oh, more than. He's an outstanding on-ball defender, Will Hines. As we see Anthony Stewart call a timeout for Hobart. His Chargers trail 25-31. 4.5 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. So Dan Gak. And we mentioned that balance of scorers. Now, Gak with 6, David Chris with 5, Bungay, Sapple, Miller all with 4, Pizzoglu with 3, Brooks with 3. It's such a balanced scoring attack for Ballarat, whereas on the flip side, Sam McDaniel's got almost 50% of Hobart's points, 11 of their 25. Harry Froling with, I don't know whether Harry Froling's had a quiet 6 points or not. He seems to always be involved, but it seems like he's missing more often than not, yet he's still putting points on the board. It's been a tough game to get a read on so far for Harry Froling.
Yeah, I'd like to see him definitely expose more of his size down low. I see him more facilitating.
And attacking from the top off the bounce, which I didn't expect either.
Yeah, well, he can handle the ball. So those 1 or 2 dribbles and a run up and a half a euro, and he's kind of in there.
He absolutely can.
Yeah.
But I would have thought you'd look at the. Harry Froling 6'11" and built like a house. Dengak's 6'9", maybe 6'10", but he's much, much smaller through the body. Oh, there's Angerstein all over J.D. Miller.
That was well drawn up out of that timeout.
Yeah, it's a great cut from the German.
Harry Froling over the top there.
Yeah, good D. Miller needed to fight to hold that position a little harder there. Gives away the cheap foul as well.
It's just a bit of smarts there.
So, Hobart just looking a little sharper coming out of that timeout. Whatever Anthony Stewart said to his Chargers has definitely worked so far.
No pun intended. McDaniel again.
Oh, here we go, Skies for that rebound. Oh! He saw Gak open. Gak didn't see the ball.
Gak didn't see he was open.
No, wasn't looking. Here we are, Pozzoglu back in.
There was some good minutes there from Will Hines.
And the two-point guard look as well. Crisp still out there as we get another timeout. This one called by Luke Sunderland, Ballarat's head coach. So 31-27, 4-point lead. What sort of trends have you seen in this game so far? It's been a tight defensive struggle, but is there anything you've seen that surprised you?
Oh, well, definitely. We talked about it pre-game that, we thought with these two sides and the two lists on the floor that we thought it was going to be definitely more offensive.
Yeah.
And we've definitely seen a more defensive game here. So, it'd be interesting to see, after we go into the half and into the second half to see if that changes. But that's probably been the biggest surprise for me, for sure.
Yeah, we've got a couple of good offensive sides here. Ballarat 4th and Hobart 5th in the league in scoring. And it's not like they're slouches on defence. Ballarat's defence, second in NBL 1 South. It's, by any measure, it's elite. But Hobart 8th in the league as well. They're pretty good. But that said, you would think on the balance of things that this might have been a game that where we could hit 80, 90 points pretty comfortably. And as it stands at the moment, we've played 16 minutes. We're getting barely a basket a minute at the moment. Hobart looking to cut further into this Miners lead. Stanwicks goes left. Here's McDaniel. Oh, Crisp didn't come to him. A little bit late on that. Got lucky there, David Crisp.
I do think with McDaniel only playing one game for Hobart, I definitely think as a ball-dominant guard, that would definitely be a factor for them in adjusting to him being on the floor. So that would definitely play a big part in how their offense runs, for sure. And
it might be part of the reason that we're seeing Harris impacted so far. As Bingate leaves that long jump shot short. Here is Frolling.
Wanted a cut there and no one came.
That's good defense from Gak, but even better shot from Frolling.
Wine and dine.
Pretty play from the Townsville-born big man. Here's Pozzoglu. Harris on him. Big size advantage. Gak shot clock down to 6, now 5. Miller's got Frolling on him. Wants to take him. Oh, wow. Pretty move. Oh, left it short. It was a great little hezzy dribble from Miller.
Did it all but finish.
Sold Frolling a beauty there. Frolling just goes hard at Gak. It's good defense again from Gak, but unlucky from Frolling. Kissed it off the glass. Kissed it off the front of the ring, sorry. Couldn't let it get it down. Miller, good screen. Floater's good. That's a pretty shot. J.D. Miller.
Does that well for a big man, the running floater.
He does. He's got great touch. Born scorer, Jalen Miller. And Stanwicks. Crisp stuck through the screens well. Frolling. Oh, another one. He can't get the roll, but he'll get to the free throw line.
Upset with himself there. He definitely wanted those 2 points.
It's Dengak's first personal.
I'd like to see Frolling do that more often.
Yeah, he throws a little up fake, and I think Gak's picked that Frolling likes to go right when he throws the up fake. His first option is always to get onto his strong hand. But Frolling's good enough to counter. We saw it there. Dengak stopped the initial drive really well, but Frolling agile enough, clever enough to manipulate him into opening up the left side.
I think the charge is there.
It could be.
Reads the play well, yeah.
And Frolling's big and strong enough that you don't necessarily have to dive either.
No, that's right.
If he hits you, stay hit.
You will. You will.
Good pass, Pozzoglu. Oh.
Look good from our angle.
That'll be a foul on Stanwicks. That's Jack Stanwicks first. 2-point game. Tick under a minute and a half to play in the first. Nick Pozzoglu, 3 points. See his name, make that 4.
Not a bad stroke at the foul line.
Already got a couple of blocks as well, Pozzoglu.
2 from 2.
It's a proper stat fella. He gets close to a block a game, close to 3 steals, 7.5 boards, 3.5 assists. Oh, there, that was definitely a foul on Pozzoglu. That was a great move from Harris.
Too quick.
Yeah. The extra size didn't matter. Harris got that shot up quickly. That's a third on Pozzoglu. That's a cheap one to give away with a little over a minute to go in the half.
Yeah, first player to go to 3 fouls. Not what we needed going into half-time.
Can't finish though. Good rebound to Miller. 2-point lead. Hines with the ball for Ballarat. Looks like he was going to step into the 3. Chose to continue the play. Here's Miller. Shot clock at 12. They broken down a little bit. Good defense. Jacob Richards.
Yeah, that was a forced.
Oh, he's so quick. AJ Harris.
Too quick.
Man out in New Mexico State. Spent a little time at Ohio State as well as a freshman. Quite a prestigious
Mid-range from
basketball
Gag.
school as Gak. Long 2 for the big man. Puts Ballarat back out in front, 37-35.
He was ready for that for a while.
Shot clock still on. About 5 seconds difference between shot and game clock. Here's McDaniel. Game leading scorer. Steps into the 3. That's well long. Cohen Sapple. Oh, Stanwicks thought he got him there, but referee disagrees. It's only the 3rd team foul, though, for Hobart. There's no danger of free throws just yet. As we see Luke Sunderland call the timeout. He wants to draw something up to finish this half, Walshy.
Yeah, I'd like to think they'd come out and get something well drawn up and get something, good open look out of this. But with Hobart's defence the way it has been for this half, you'd like to think that would be difficult.
Yeah, tight game so far. The amazing thing, both teams are actually shooting the ball pretty well. Actually, I'll take that back with Hobart shooting 34%, but Ballarat shooting it at over 50%. And it's not like there's a massive amount of turnovers either. Ballarat wouldn't be happy with 9 turnovers, but it's not a catastrophic amount. And just the 6 for Hobart, it just, I don't know, it just seems that it just seems like a very, very tight and tense game.
Yeah, it definitely is that defensive tussle we've been talking about, but yeah, with the offensive talents of both sides, you would like to think it will free up at some stage.
And if it does, we've got some explosive offensive players here.
Yeah, absolutely.
On both sides of the ball.
Here we go, the last 10.7.
And Hines double team manages to get out of it. Almost stumbles, but goes to the bucket. Will Hines.
Straight up 2.
Just
Hobart
taking
were
people.
expecting to waste the clock.
Oh, that is a foul too. That's
On the floor.
it should be, but yeah,
2
that
shots.
takes it over the limit though.
I think Harry was hoping for the 3.
No, it was definitely before the shot, but after a really good play, smart play from Hines, looked off defenders to open up the layup, then bites on a fake, or bites on a shot he didn't really need to. You don't see, everybody goes nuts when there's a half-court shot because they're so rare, and
You need to let those go.
yeah, exactly. He's gotten a bit lucky that Frolick's missed the first of those free throws there, Hines, but it's a learning moment. He's still a kid. Froling hits the second. 0.8 left. It'll pretty much be it. Sapple didn't need to reach around there. Could have been another foul. But that will do us for the first half here at Selkirk Stadium. The Ballarat Miners hold a narrow 3-point lead over the Hobart Chargers and while it hasn't been as free-flowing as we were perhaps expecting, Simon, it has been a high-quality game.
Yeah, it has been a high-quality game, even though it has been low-scoring at 39-36 for the half. We were going in expecting, that 40 or 50 per team.
Sort of 45, 50 for a half of basketball is what we were maybe hoping for, maybe hoping against hope in retrospect.
It's definitely been entertaining. The defensive aspect that both teams have brought for that basketball purist has definitely been something worth watching.
So, Harry Froling with 11, Sam McDaniel 13, and AJ Harris with 9, the 3 top scorers in the game. We've mentioned it a few times, but the Miners a really balanced scoring attack. Dengak with 8, including a couple of long J's from the centre. Miller's got 6, Crisp got 5, Pazoglu got 5. It's an across-the-board team effort to put points on the board for Ballarat. So with a 39-36 game, we've got a pretty exciting second half coming up for you. For Simon Walsh and Jared Prosser, we'll be with you in about 10 minutes' time.
A strong, smooth, creamy latte.
Be your own barista at Coles Express with award-winning Coles Urban Coffee Culture from just $1. Express yourself at Coles Express. Come on! My new dream home with memories to call my own. It's my Hatondo home. It's my Hatondo home.
Welcome back to Selkirk Stadium for the second half of the men's match here between the Ballarat Miners and the Hobart Chargers. The Miners holding a narrow 3-point lead as we head into the second half. I'm Jared Prosser. I'm here with Simon Walsh. Simon, we mentioned it before the break. We were expecting, perhaps hoping, for a fairly free-flowing offensive game, but what we've seen is a really tight, maybe not dour, but a defensive struggle nonetheless.
Yeah, it has been a defensive struggle, and as we sit here and look at these halftime stats as we sort of go in, turnovers are 10-6, steals 5-6, you know, probably rebounds 24 to the Miners, 18 to Hobart.
It's
probably
relatively even across the board, isn't it?
It is.
The one area where Hobart look like they're really struggling is just straight out shooting from the field.
Yeah, only 34%.
Yeah, and the Miners shooting at 53. Yes, there's been a few more turnovers, which is probably for Ballarat, which has probably kept Hobart closer. But Ballarat doing a good job at stopping Hobart, who are a dominant interior team with Angerstein and Frolling. Between the two of them, averaging about 33, 34 points, and a lot of it from the inside. Angerstein yet to score in this game.
Miners only put up 5 threes for that half and hit 1.
Yeah, and that's the flip side, isn't it? That Hobart are a dominant inside team, and Ballarat, despite being smaller, have managed to hold them. Whereas Ballarat, a 3-point shooting team, they're just not getting the shots up. The Chargers are getting out there, using their length to get in the way and disrupt those long threes that Ballarat want to put up.
Not a great start.
No, poor start.
11th turnover there for the Miners.
And a cheap one at that. Hobart getting the ball through hands. Here's Howard. Limited minutes for Jalen Howard in the first half. Frolling on Gack. They resume hostilities. Angerstein, that's long. Jump shooting's not really the big Germans' game. Frolling does finish. He had a few late in the first half that rattled in and out. That one did a little bit of a look, but decided to drop, and he'll go to the line for the 3-point play opportunity.
Easy buckets for Harry inside as he goes to the line for the 3-point play.
And a chance to tie the game up early in the third quarter. Can't do so. Dengak. Another rebound for him. That's 7. Leading rebounder in the game. Miller steps into the 3. No good there. McDaniel, here we go, turns on the Jets. Pulls it up, steps in. Frolling, no box out there.
Over the top.
Yeah, I think Bungay got him clean, but I think that'll be on Miller. It is. Second foul on Jalen Miller.
Harry deciding to do some work inside to start the second half.
A little bit of a, I mentioned it, up until the last 2 or 3 minutes of that second quarter, Frolling was perhaps a little bit quiet, although he certainly stepped up. He ended up with 11 points in the first half. He's up to 14 now. But it was him basically asserting his dominance on the contest that brought Hobart back into this one and now gives them the lead.
Yeah, 15-7. Leading points and rebounds for the game now, Harry.
Here's Miller. Goes past Angerstein. Can't finish. Here's McDaniel. Gets out on the open floor. Loves to be out there. Oh, too easy. Angerstein almost blew the first opportunity, but lays it in over Gack for the second.
It's opened up a little bit here to start the second half.
There's Gack. I'll tell you what, Hobart are letting Dengak take that shot, and so far that drop strategy hasn't worked. That's what, his third, maybe fourth mid-range J from pretty much the elbow or extended elbow. He's Frolling again, strong. Angerstein can't finish either. The ball will stay with Hobart.
Reasonable effort there against the big boys of Hobart there from Ballarat.
We're already seeing Hobart looking to push the ball inside and Ballarat looking to shoot the J. I'm starting to see a little bit more
change.
Starting to see a little bit more typical basketball from these two sides. Good defense from Bungay. Harris can't hit the
short.
Nobody boxed out Jalen Howard. The rolling hook shot from Frolling's no good.
Zoglu with the rebound.
It was an old-fashioned move from Frolling there. Well, I thought about the three. Now takes it. He steps back. No good.
No rebounders for the Ballarat Miners.
Oh, that ball's... Oh, I thought that came off Dengak then.
Ballarat ball.
Yeah, it's... As we often say, we're not in the best spot to see it up here, but...
Zoglu bringing the ball down now.
Sapple, long three, that's short. Jalen Howard chases down the long rebound.
Has been quiet, Sapwell.
Good pass.
Hobart have had that definite change of inside basketball to start this second half as they lead by 3 points 3 minutes in.
Yeah, too easy there for Bairstow. Got Bungay sealed. Nice looping little 9-iron pass from Frolling to freeing up, and yeah, really strong start from the Chargers here. Lead by 3, 44-41, as you mentioned, Simon. And as we said a couple of minutes ago, there's been a more of a revert to type here. We've seen Ballarat looking for long jumpers. We've seen a couple from Miller, really long three from Sapwell. Dengak taking a long two. Whereas for Hobart, it's been everything inside the paint.
Yeah, and if they haven't got the inside the paint, they've been forcing it in there. So
yeah, it's exactly it. It's not patient. It's bully ball.
It is. Yeah, it has been. It has been. It's got them great looks so far to start this second half, and it's got them that early 3-point lead.
And this is the potential Achilles heel for Ballarat. There's a lot of athletes on this team, a lot of length, a lot of speed, but there's not necessarily a whole lot of bulk. Pozoglu's thick at 6'5", but he is 6'5". And Miller's 6'8", but again, he's not necessarily a shot blocking menace. Bungay, 6'6", can get up, but he's a speed athlete, agility athlete. He's not a power athlete. So they can be perhaps pushed around a little inside.
It is the battle of the different styles now that we had predicted for the start of the game.
It's the old styles makes fights, as they say.
For sure.
Here's Miller. Again, tries to bully in himself. Zoglu has a tough shot. Rattles it home.
Gets the roll.
It was good defense from a combination of Jalen Howard and Sam McDaniel, but Zoglu good enough to
better offense.
Convert. Yeah. Here's McDaniel. They love getting him attacking downhill. Oh, Bairstow just enough to keep that alive. Close from Bungay. And McDaniel can't hit. Pozoglu sends Ballarat the other way. Oof.
Great finish from Gak. Nice inside pass. McDaniel now with the ball, bringing it up.
So Ballarat back in front, 45-44. A little over 6 to play. McDaniel wide open for three. Drains it. Bungay lost him. Curses himself too, Preston Bungay.
Yeah, Bungay trying to go for that double team to get the ball out of Harry's hands and leaves McDaniel wide open.
That's good defense from the smaller Harris. Pozoglu has to make that. He does.
Oh.
Had time and space, Nick Pozoglu needed to convert.
Miners up by 1.
Fourth lead change this half. Not even halfway through the quarter. Here's McDaniel. Oh, that's wide open. Oh, he can't finish. Late whistle.
Was a late whistle.
And that one on Sapple, his second. Shaking his head as he walked away. I'm not sure whether it was disappointment with the call or with himself, but it was probably there. It was just a very late call from the official.
McDaniel to the line for 2.
It's almost one of those ones, Simon, where you take the foul, rather than giving up a layup or a dunk, you make him earn it.
McDaniel's generally pretty good from the line, so he makes the first. And the second.
And he'll check out for Jack Stanwyck. No, it's actually Jalen Howard. checking out for Jack Stanwicks. Yeah, I have a few. I mean, that was a sub the shooter, wasn't it? I think that's what the referees are saying here. Oh no, we're good to go. Okay. Thought they might have been pulling up Hobart for calling a sub the shooter, and they're not substituting the shooter. Bringay in the corner's open. Sapple doesn't see him. Here's Miller. Again, the smaller Harris on him. Bullies.
Travel call.
Travel call. A little shuffle of the feet there.
Let's see what Hobart can do here.
Chance to extend their 1 point lead. We mentioned this could be a tight second half before we close the first. There's Bairstow. Good fake. Lays the ball in. Had half the city of Ballarat in the air there.
That was all off the back of that Harry catch up high, and the Miners were closing out hard, which opened up that inside.
As Miller rattles out the leaner. Harris steps into the threat. It's a great screen from Froling. Took out Gak and Pazoglu, which is a tough thing to do. Harris honours the screen, knocks down the three. That's a 6 point Chargers lead.
Great start to the half by the Chargers.
Yep, their biggest lead of the game. Pazoglu can't answer. Bairstow with the rebound.
Score here from Hobart might see a Ballarat timeout, you would think.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad one either. It's David Crisp about to come in. Stanwicks attacks Sapple, gets by him, no, doesn't. Kicks it to McDaniel, that's no good. Sapple, good rebound.
Sapwell doing the big boy work.
He was on his way out there too, but Stanwicks committed what probably turns out to be a smart foul. Miller struggling this half, comes out, and David Crisp into the game.
Ballarat going small here to try and counteract.
Yeah, 6'8" man out, 5'10" man in. Here's Bungay. Sapwell. Yeah, that has to be a try. I think the referees were surprised he caught that one. There's a very weird delay in that call.
Anthony Stewart was a little bit confused on the bench there for Hobart.
They're chuckling at the same time. Oh, Froling touch pass. Straight off Bairstow's face. Here's Bungay there. His big foul from Froling.
Yeah, Bairstow can't generally catch with his face, so...
Not many of us can.
Turnover.
It was a beautiful touch pass, though. If Bairstow had the hands ready, it would have been a layup. As we see big Harry Froling head to the bench, Jacob Richards back in. Preston Bungay to the line. Only 4 points. Had 30 points in Ballarat's season opener. A heartbreaking buzzer-beating overtime loss to the Supercats. Was generally scoring in the sort of high teens to low 20s, but since Miller's come on board, he's taken a back seat on offense. Bungay. I don't think he's hit double figures for a few weeks now. Good defense, Sapwell. Stanwicks takes a short J. In and out and in.
Sapwell tried to sell one there.
Absolutely he did.
No one bought that.
And I think that one is a charge.
And that returned the other way.
So, no, we don't have a time. I thought we had a timeout. We've got a sub. Dengak out. JD Miller back in for Ballarat. And the Miners suddenly struggling. Down by 7. 49-56. 3:30 to play. Here in quarter number 3 at Selkirk Stadium in Ballarat. As the PA system blares the old drunken wedding favourite, the chicken dance.
I think we'll give it a miss, JP.
Well, lucky the camera's not on us. That's all I can say. So, 7 point lead here as Luke Sunderland calls time, wants to speak to his team.
Yeah, well, Hobart have caught up on the boards in the start of this half, which has definitely played a part, but they've definitely changed their tact coming in from half time to trying to get those inside buckets that we had predicted they would do from the start of the game.
Yeah,
So,
and the Miners haven't been able to adapt. And at the other end of the court, Ballarat's started to look to let it fly a little bit more, but they haven't really been outside of a long Sackville three and perhaps one off the bounce from Miller, both misses. Hobart have really been able to keep Ballarat out of that whirring, passing, four on the line offense that they love to run, which opens up a lot of threes. So it's a case now of Hobart have adapted. Can Ballarat do the same?
Yeah, for sure. Kazoglu had 2 open looks there to start the second half. He's hit 1 of 2, but apart from that, Ballarat hasn't had those open looks from outside.
Now, we mentioned there's scoring to come from Harris and Froling, who've both stepped up, and Angerstein, who hasn't really stepped up yet. But looking at
start the half, start out of that time.
I think Luke Sunderland didn't have his chair off the court from the timeout.
Yeah, right.
But looking at Ballarat, I mean, Jalen Miller, Ballarat's leading scorer, 20-odd a game. He's only got 6 points. Colin Sapple 4, Preston Bungay 5. There's scoring to come. It's good defense. Sapple, McDaniel leaves it short. Bungay cleans up. There is offense left in this Ballarat. Oh, Miller, that's a sloppy turnover. And Harris finds McDaniel. Oh, Miller,
block.
Excellent block.
Get that out of here.
There's a layup for Richards otherwise. Here's Bairstow. It's too strong on the hook.
Finish Bairstow.
Yeah, there's good defense again from Miller.
Downhill
Maybe
again
those
for the
will get
Miners.
JD Miller going. A couple of defensive efforts. He said that, good defense from Bairstow on him. Oh, tough Jay over the top. Credit to Jared Bairstow for the defense, but
not much more he could have done there.
No, he played that about as well as he could. So if Miller gets going here, then Ballarat is certainly in with a shout. He's an explosive scorer. Chris fights over the screen well. Here's Miller, waits. Swipes down on Jacob Richards, who, well done to recover that ball and hook it in.
Fumbled his way to 2 points.
Good job staying with it, but again, Miller looking active all of a sudden. A few defensive efforts might get him going at the other end. Bingo finds Sapple, goes past Stanwich like he's not even there. Oh, Harris. Looked like a little bit of a reach there, but no foul, and Sapple in his desperation to get the ball back fouls Bairstow. Third foul on Colin Sapwell.
Substitution Ballarat.
Yes, Sapple out. Dunmore in. Kazoglu out. Hines in. Angerstein in for Bairstow for Hobart. I mentioned that Geelong game, the opening round overtime loss, Simon. In that game, Colin Sapple got in foul trouble early. At one stage, he had 4 fouls, and I think he'd played less than 5 minutes. But he ended up with 17 points. He exploded late. He's a guy who could score quickly. Good defense, Zach Dunmore inside.
Did well there. They went at him hard.
Crisp, easy two.
Easy two.
Credit to Dunmore there against a bigger player. Stood up well down in the low block.
Yeah, they went at him hard there, thinking he was the weak link, and got the job done.
Yeah, had the right matchup. He definitely has the size. Here's Hines, overguards Harris's left. Oh, wow. Miller got on that one.
Block.
Oh. He's called that as come off the glass. That did not come off the glass first. That was blocked first.
I think by 3 of Ballarat's players. Below the ring.
Yeah, look, that's... Look, I hate to say it. That's just a poor call.
That's okay.
That was a blown
We're
call.
up here and they're down there.
Yeah, no, that one, I mean, we had the right view on that. That definitely got blocked off the backboard, not backboard to hand. Bungay can't get the step back home. Froling, who's back on the floor, cleans up. A minute to play in the quarter number 3 here in Ballarat.
It's been Hobart's quarter, that's for sure.
It has been. They lead the Miners by 7. He's Froling on Bungay. Stanwicks, crisp closes. Stanwicks leaves it short. Another rebound to Miller. Miller gets Angerstein in the air. A little lefty floater doesn't go. Stays with it. Jalen Miller, well done. Crisp
Great pass
wide
from
open. Drains the three. Absolutely right, Simon. Extra pass from Dunmore. And David Crisp had time to learn a language before letting that one fly.
Dunmore could have easily let that go and gave the extra pass.
Yeah, he would have been well within his rights to shoot it. Harris from Nail drains the response. Last 10 seconds. Hines again pushes the pace. Loves to get to the basket. Little push off there, but lays it in. Good job, Will Hines. And for the second time in 2 quarters, Will Hines has late buckets. Cuts the lead to 4, 58-62. The Hobart Chargers leading the Ballarat Miners. 1 quarter to play here for NBL 1 South. A quick reminder that we've got the orange Lifeline socks on display on all of the players.
Looks great with both teams supporting the cause with those orange socks.
Yeah, definitely a worthy cause. Okay, if you want more information, go to lifeline.org.au, and any donations, anything over $2 tax deductible, of course. Text NBL1 to 0488 22250. So, 4-point lead, 1 quarter to play. Simon Walsh, where can Ballarat get back into this? Not that they're exactly out of it, but where, if they're going to win, where is it going to come from?
I definitely think it's with what they've done so far. We've talked about it all game with that even spread. So they've got to go to the right shot. It's Zach Dunmore making that extra pass in that last offensive set. Trying to get the best shot they can with every possession. It's only 4 points in it going into this last quarter. It was definitely a more free-flowing offensive quarter for the game. So let's hope for a good offensive flow for this fourth quarter. And I think it's definitely anyone's game.
Is there a defensive change that Luke Sunderland might make for Ballarat to try and curb that interior dominance that Hobart started to show in that third?
Oh, I think they might have adjusted to that in that last 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yep.
I think Hobart had come in from half time with that definite focus to go inside, and I think in that second half of that quarter, the Miners were able to adjust and keep it to within 4, because within 5 minutes, it kind of felt like Hobart were about to sort of blow it out a little bit. Yeah.
So an interesting little contrast in the lineups here. Hobart going big, Angerstein and Frolling on. For Ballarat, 3 guards, Hines, Dunmore and Crisp, and then a small forward in Bungay at the 4 and a 4 at the 5 in Miller. So one team certainly looking to get out and run here, the other looking to slow it down and bang bodies.
Then you start with a Herring Frolling 3.
Yeah, interestingly. Here's Miller. Well, we wanted to take it. Angerstein was going to let him. It's a tough mid-range, Jay.
Very tough.
Little look down at the Hobart bench there from Jalen Miller as well.
2 points in it now.
Good start from Ballarat. Got the ball through hands, got the basket to their main scorer. Here's Harris. Here's Frolling. And Miller, whoa! Huge block from behind. Laying hands at the crowd as well. Throwing high fives everywhere. But Miller, another block.
Harry wasn't happy about it.
No, he was not. But Miller's going to need to do that because Bungay, 5 inches and a hell of a lot of kilos given away to Harry Frolling.
Got to get some help.
Yeah. Good D from Dunmore. Harris is patient. Angerstein, right place, right time. Smart tip. Bungay, little touch on the elbow there.
Bit of quiet conversation.
No, it's not like Harry Frolling to be a part of that, is it?
No.
Such a shy, retiring flower usually.
Yeah, he's just talking about Ballarat's weather and a lovely stadium and things like that.
How much his sister enjoyed playing here last year. A 2-point lead. Hobart up 62-60 with Frolling at the line. Just a minute played in quarter number 4. The first one down. Now the referee speaking to David Crisp, who, another one who doesn't mind a brief, friendly chat with the opposition. And Will Hines waves him off, one of the most lackadaisical, easy-going people you'll ever meet. Great pass from Hines, speak of the devil. Dunmore pull up mid-range J. Oh, good shot, Zach Dunmore.
Well done. 1 point game now.
Yeah, we've got a nail biter on our hands here. Rolling, Miller closes, that's short. Oh, but Miller didn't box out. Brungay with the block. And that's come down off Frolling, who was out of bounds. But Preston Brungay just hung in the air. And he does that so well. He just seems to hang in the air for that extra fraction of a second, Preston Brungay. Oh, what have we got? A tech foul there on Frolling, have we?
I think he's just getting subbed out. The crowd's just giving him a little bit of thanks for coming.
I heard a whistle, saw him walking off. Thought, oh, what's happened here? So nothing quite as dramatic as I thought.
Yeah, the Ballarat crowd is definitely getting into the game now as we get down to the last 8.5.
Brungay with the 3. And Hines draws a cheap one out of Jared Bairstow. Crispy inbound.
Ballarat crowd getting up and about now.
Hines takes it to Bairstow. Bunga in the corner. That's short. Stanwick sets McDaniel off on his way. He'll go right at Crisp. Good hands, David Crisp. Had to be. He wasn't going to get up there and block the shot. But it allows the Miners to reset. They trail by 1. 8 minutes and 7 seconds left in the game. An absolute ripper here at Selkirk Stadium. McDaniel, that was a brick. Oh, quick pass. Angustine dunks all over Hines and one. That's a big man taking it to a little man there.
Yeah, Hines had no place.
No
place.
Wrong place, wrong time for the young man.
Yeah.
And Ollie Angustine, we haven't seen much of him, to be honest. He's a brick inside. He's hard to move. Not super athletic. Big man at 6'9", but solid fundamentals. I would have held him out well, but that was a bit of an exclamation point, that one. Oh, wow. It's a poor turnover in the backcourt from the Miners. Ooh, Harris is looking for a killer blow there. Daniel drives at Bungay. Lovely pass. JD Miller.
Fell asleep.
Yeah, put his hand up. Knew he lost his man there. And Bairstow with the easy two.
The subs are about to roll for Ballarat.
Yeah, Pazoglu and Colin Sapple. Dengak. There's Crisp. Oh, in and out. Daniel with the rebound.
5 points. Key moment now for the game.
Stanwicks. Angustine Miller read it well. Brungay couldn't corral it. Dunwell's jumped at Harris's fake. Oh, big shot. A.J. Harris.
Out to 8. 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
Ballarat had opportunities to clear that, to corral that ball. Couldn't do so. Made to pay. Here's Crisp. Drives on McDaniel. The fadeaway was well off. That ball just not quite falling Ballarat's way at the moment.
Yeah, it's a bit scrappy from the offensive end from Ballarat.
Angustine has missed that a long way. Well, there's an offensive foul there, is there? No, it's not. It's not. So Bairstow off the offensive board, lays it in and will go to the free throw line.
Timeout.
So that lead, scoreboard not quite up to date, but I'm not sure whether they have counted that basket. Maybe it was called on the floor. So I thought, no, it has counted. They've just put it up. So 62-72. 10-point lead. This is a big run from Hobart.
Absolutely. We've got Bairstow going to the line now to make it 11 points. Definite push here from Hobart.
And Ballarat just haven't really had the offense. Haven't really shown a way to get through this big, long and strong Hobart lineup.
It's only been this last push in the last sort of 90, you know.
Yeah, the
90
last couple of
seconds,
minutes have been
couple of
killers.
minutes.
Yeah.
Ballarat kind of lost their way. You only need to, you know, miss 2 or 3 at your end, and they make 2 or 3 at their end, and then all of a sudden, what was a tight game is now not a tight game.
And we saw, you know, off David Crisp's, you know, badly missed fadeaway, JD Miller almost had the ball in hand and just couldn't corral it, whereas at the other end, Ballarat haven't been able to pull those defensive rebounds down either, and those repeat chances have led to, well, an AJ Harris 3. It was a 2 from Bowen. So, you know, we could be looking at a 5-point lead rather than a 10 if Ballarat were just able to control that basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. Ballarat back to their starters now for this last 6 minutes and 37 seconds. Bairstow to the line to try and push this lead to 11.
Yep, comfortably knocks that one down. So Ballarat need to find something here. Cohen Sapple with the ball. Good defense from Stanwicks.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
Only the 2 points for Stanwicks, but he's ineffective defensively. Here is Pizzoglu. Sapwell. Little runner is good. Nice closeout from Stanwicks, but no rotation.
Back to 9 under double figures. Harry Froling about to check in, back in for Hobart.
Oh, it's thrown straight to Miller by Stanwicks. It was a poor entry pass. Well, Miller wanted to step into that 3 there. Pizzoglu finds Sapwell. Sapwell almost ties himself up in knots. Boongate, this is what he loves to do, go right to left. It's well done. Jared Bairstow, great hands. Harris straight at the defense.
No score.
No, Miller met him at the top, but I think the foul will come before that. Yeah, it's called on Preston Boongay.
2 shots.
So Angerstein, big German, takes a seat. Harry Froling, the bigger Australian, steps in. Oh, Harris, that
was well off.
Yeah, seen it come off his hand wrong. There was way too much arc on that.
Ballarat wind.
Oh, he's left that one. Oh, got the shooter's roll there.
Got the roll.
It's a 10-point game, 5.5 to play. It was looking like a tight game. It's certainly not over as Gack trains another mid-range J. They've given him that all night, Simon.
He loves that spot.
Yeah, he's made them pay.
Loves that spot.
It's his 4th, maybe 5th jumper from that elbow or elbow extend. McDaniel drives hard at Boongate, gets the roll. Sam McDaniel, that's a tough play. Yeah,
tough.
Yeah, that was a hard drive.
Absolutely.
Boongate didn't do a hell of a lot wrong, to be frank.
He's going to come out for that.
Is that foul number 5, is it?
Back in.
No, that's foul number 5 on Boongay. He's out. He's done for the night, Preston Boongay.
Hopefully Will Hines can give some good minutes here for this last 5 and 10.
A little bit more defense on the floor. I mean, Boongay's certainly going to protect the rim better, but Hines is a dogged on-ball defender and a better shooter than Boongay, so a little bit of a different focus here. Oh, Hobart thought they had that. Anthony Stewart not happy, but that foul will be called on Bairstow. Pizzoglu kind of drove into a cul-de-sac there.
Yeah, they were all over him. He did well to get the foul.
Here's Miller. He needs big 5 minutes. Sapple goes at Froling. Stayed with it well, Harry Froling. Still Ballarat ball. 7 on the shot clock.
Harry Froling lets him know about it too. He came in the wrong part of town.
Yeah, 2 quiet, unassuming blokes there, Sapple and Froling.
Happy to have the chat.
Miller has to shoot. It's a tough shot. Leaves it short. Froling with the rebound. Hines digging around.
Still 10 points with 4:40 to go, Hobart.
Hines fights over Froling's screen well. Daniel Harris, had the three but dropped the ball. Spent it before he had it. Shot clock down to 4. Froling over Gack.
From deep.
That would have hurt Ballarat. Miller with the rebound. 4:19 to play. Still a 10-point margin. 76 to 66. Hobart lead. Gack, another mid-range J. That's short.
From the baseline that time. Definitely prefers it up at that 45.
Daniel Sapple chases him around a series of screens. It's good defense, Cohen Sapple. Owen over Miller, no good. Hines has to push the pace. Got no real choice at the moment. Goes straight at Froling. Got all sorts of contact there. I think that'll be on Harry Froling on the arm. Third personal for the big fella. Will Hines to the line for 2.
See what they can do here.
It's called baseline, called before the shot. Miller catches that right in the corner. Dances a little bit with Bowen. Shoots over Froling. Oh, that was a brick. Yeah, that was one of those I don't know what I'm going to do next shots.
Yeah, and then out of bounds play with, 3 and change on the clock. You'd like to see something drawn, that they've practiced numerous times.
At least not a heave, McDaniel straight at the defense. Good defense. Gack stayed straight up. Oh. A soft little call there on Bairstow. That's a 4th team foul. Ballarat already over the limit. The next one will put the Chargers in the same boat.
3 to go. Still 10-point lead to Hobart.
Yeah, no score for a few minutes here. Gack does get that one to roll.
I think that's his first inside points against Harry.
8-point margin. Ballarat looking to find a way to get back into this. They need stops. Realistically, Hobart can't really score a hell of a lot more. They can probably afford to give up one more basket at the most, I'd say, Simon, if they want to get back into this.
Yeah, definitely need bulk stops from here on in.
Good start there from Gack. The ball still with the Chargers, 10 on the shot clock, but good defense at the rim. Froling kicks it out. Stanwicks rises up over Sapple. That's no good. Gack with the rebound.
Great stop there by the Miners.
Ballarat still alive just in this one. Basket here will certainly do a world of good for the men in navy blue.
Hobart doing a great job on the defensive end here in this set.
Yeah, as they have all night, to be honest. Miller, it's not
Draws
much of a foul. It was there, but it was there. Not a lot of contact, but
Miller a little bit quicker with feet as on that drive. Harry wasn't quite able to get across.
Interestingly, that's Froling's 4th. One more on him, and this could become a fascinating little couple of minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 18 left.
Miller needs to hit these first. First part of the bargain is done.
Back to 7. Back to 6.
70-76. Timeout Hobart. 2 minutes and 18 seconds to play.
We've got a great finish coming up here with this game. 6 points, 2 minutes, 18 left.
It looks like it was blowing out a little, but Ballarat have steadied the ship a little bit. Cut it from 11 points actually at one stage, back to 6.
Yeah, it definitely felt like Hobart were about to blow it out there for a little while. So Ballarat's done a great job to knuckle down on the defensive end and pull it back in.
So Preston Bungay, he's out of this one. 5 fouls, only 5 points for the Kenyan national team member. Harry Froling sitting there on 4 fouls. he does foul out, or if he, I don't think Harry is the sort of player that will take a step back. So I don't think it's a case of he'll sit there with 2 minutes, 18 seconds left and decide to protect his fouls or anything like that. If he commits a foul, he commits a foul and he'll live with the consequence. But if he does commit a fifth foul in the next, say, 30 seconds or so, maybe even a minute, things could get fairly interesting here. Froling is the centre of so much of what the Chargers do at both ends of the floor.
Inside and outside.
Yeah. Stanwicks, good recovery from Gack on Froling. With him again. Here's Stanwicks, the pull-up J. That looks good, it is. Big shot, Jack Stanwicks. Here's Hines, 8-point lead. Ballarat can't afford to give up any more baskets from here. Here's Sapple. Interestingly, down in the post. Good pass, Hines.
Catch and shoot.
Oh, rattles in, rattles
unlucky.
out. McDaniel, good rebound. Oh, that's offensive, and that's 5 on Froling. It's tough to say whether Will Hines flopped there because, frankly, you run into Harry Froling, it's like running into a wall.
I don't think Anthony Stewart was too impressed with Harry there, walking into that screen.
No, and that's the thing. It wasn't something where he set it up a mile out. Froling, he stepped into that. He left himself open to the call.
Yeah, I think Anthony Stewart definitely wanted Harry Froling under the basket, ready for a catch.
And even if you are setting a screen, just do it to open up a half second of space. You don't need to attack. You just need to get your guy across half court. So that's a little overexcited there from Froling, but that does open things up.
Definitely does. We've got 1:35 to go. Hobart up by 8. Ballarat ball. So, potentially cutting it to, 6 or 5, and it's anyone's game.
And no Harry Froling, so I'd expect that Ungerstein would step back in. It looks like he is. But as strong rebound, a decent shot block, a really good finisher around the basket, Ollie Ungerstein. He's not the dynamic presence at either end, but particularly on offense that Harry Froling is. He's not the sort who, we're seeing Harry Froling dance up the top in a two-man game, trying to draw Dengak away, and Ungerstein's not going to do that. So that allows Dengak to sit a little bit closer to the basket now.
Absolutely. Let's see what the Miners got drawn up out of this timeout.
Have to score.
Have to score.
Doesn't need to be a 3, but just needs to be a basket. Something just to cut that margin a little bit. Here's Hines around the middle screen. Miller, this is a big shot. It's in and it's out. And the ball rattling around. It's a scrum down there.
Minus ball.
Yep, jump ball, possession arrow to the home team. Oh, there's a little bit of under-10s basketball about that.
It was scrappy, that's for sure.
Everyone hit the floor.
Very scrappy.
Oh, this is interesting. It looks like Luke Sunderland's put up the white flag. Dunmore, Lingard, Brooks, and Jackson Talbot into the game.
Interesting. 1:20 to go, 8-point game. A bucket here.
At least see whether you've get a point out of this. This is a perplexing call. Lingard for 3 now. Does that mean that these starters come back in? This is a perplexing call
game
from Sunderland. I don't get this at all. Dunmore trying to dig in on McDaniel. He's got quick hands, Dunmore. Good work, Amos Brooks. Good hedge.
Great defense here from the Miners.
Shot clock down to 8. McDaniel, a little forearm, but tough shot. Rises up well. Hines will go straight to the basket. Angerstein sends it into the next postcode. Stays with it. Yeah, now Lucas Impey checking in for Hines. So the bench is cleared for Ballarat. But Simon, I've got to say, I don't necessarily agree with that call.
Yeah, it was interesting. I definitely thought, with a stop there and, potentially going back down the floor at a 5 or 6-point game.
Well, yes, Lingard hit the 3, but what if that's Miller hitting the 3 and you get a stop at the other end? you got the ball, it's a 5-point game. It's Lingard sort of hurls one up there. Oh, Dunmore, how on earth did he get that tap in?
Back to 5 with 40 seconds to go.
Yes,
Bench is on. Interesting here from Ballarat.
Yeah, you don't like to second guess a coach who's a hell of a lot of a much smarter basketball mind than me, but I would have given it one more possession at least. It was only a 3-possession game. Lingard picks up the foul. McDaniel, he'll go to the line for 2.
McDaniel to the line here for 2. 18.6 on the clock. Hobart up by 5.
He's got 22 for the game so far. Sam McDaniel, 23 now. Makes this is probably the nail in the coffin, I think, Simon. Yeah, 7-point game now. It's 3 possessions just isn't going to work. As Talbot gets blocked. Stanwicks, McDaniel, they'll run this out. Last few seconds here in Ballarat and Hobart. Mid-table side, 9th in the ladder coming into this game, facing a red-hot second on the table, Ballarat Miners. And the Chargers get the job done. 75-82, a big win, and nice little push midway through that last quarter to get it done.
Yeah, it's hard to know about Hobart. They're, with where they sit on the table currently, they've obviously had players coming in.
Getting McDaniel back is big.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's his second game. So, being such a ball-dominant player, having someone only playing their second game of the season at this point in the season is definitely something you're going to have to adjust to. So 23 and 8 for Sam McDaniel. Only 7 of 21 from the field. He was made to struggle, but 9 of 10 from the free throw line. He got it done at the charity stripe. AJ Harris, a slow start, but 18 points for him. Harry Frolling, 16 and 12, and at the centre of pretty much everything there for the second half for Hobart. He was.
And a little shout out to Jared Bairstow. I thought he was really good off the bench. And 9 points, 4 rebounds looks, like nondescript is probably the right term for it, but really good movement off the ball. Kept the ball moving on offense. Great defense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guarded a lot of different Ballarat players. It was a great.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those type of players that can, fill those 3 through 5.
The quote-unquote glue guy, that type.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for Ballarat, Dengak, 16 points off an array of mid-range jumpers, surprisingly.
It was a very quiet 16 for a top scorer for Ballarat to have 16. Didn't apart from, going, wow, mid-range.
Yeah, and
it was a very quiet game.
They were giving him that shot, but at the same time, there was nothing where you thought Gak's going to take over this game or anything like that. He took what the defense gave him.
Absolutely.
Jalen Miller, not the game you want from your star import. 12 points, 5 of 17 shooting. Did have 11 boards, 6 assists, a couple of steals, 3 blocks. Like, he did fill out the stat sheet, but when the team needed him, he just wasn't able to get it done, putting points on the board. Kazoglu had 10, Crisp had 10. But that balanced attack, it didn't really flow into the second half. It became much more just a few guys doing a few things. And
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They went away from what was working in the first half.
Yeah.
And
credit to Hobart for pushing Ballarat away from what they wanted to do as well.
Absolutely.
Anthony Stewart will be very happy with that performance.
I think it was a well-coached game by Anthony Stewart.
Definitely.
To come in after half-time, definitely make some changes on the offensive end. They adjusted defensively as well, and were the deserved winners. So,
Simon Walsh, it's all said and done now. Who do you think was your player of the game?
Player of the game? Geez, you put me on the spot. Player of the game. Yeah, it's hard to go past McDaniel. He was kind of, when Hobart needed a bucket, he had enough tools in the bag.
Yeah. And he was good early when he was the one who pushed that lead out. Late on, he was the one who closed it. He always seemed to find, even when Hobart weren't getting the rolls, he was always able to get himself to the free throw line and just earn a couple of easy points.
Correct.
So I think I agree. It's got to be Sam McDaniel. He played it wasn't the most efficient game he'll ever play, but he was really effective. Definitely led his team to this win. So that is our double header here at Selkirk Stadium in Ballarat wrapped up. In the first game, the Ballarat Miners women's team had a comfortable win over the Hobart Chargers, 87-63. And in the second game, it was Hobart turning the tables, 82-75, a big win for the Chargers, pushing them towards a finals berth. So for Mark Farrell from the first game, for Simon Walsh, my name's Jared Prosser. We will see you the next time we're here at Selkirk Stadium for some NBL 1 action.